Yo, Jay, what time is it?
New Chip on the Block podcast.
Yeah, man,
Okay.
let's go.
NCOTB.
Let's go.
Let's go. Have you ever had a day go south with a chip in your mouth? Nah, this fried potatoes too packed with flavor. It's a universal snack finding everyone's favor. Better listen up and buy a bag for your neighbor. These the only chips in our hands, we don't gamble. No chip too gross or gourmet, we can't handle. So whether you're going to work or on a walk, grab a bag and munch along, we'll see you on the block.
Yo, dust those crumbs off your shoulder.
Grab a bag, munch along, we'll see you on the block. Just go get a bag, man, go to the pantry. Yeah, grab a bag, munch along, we'll see you on the block.
Welcome to New Chip on the Block podcast, where we review chips, we talk about our love for chips, and we talk about everything chip culture. My name is Chris.
I'm Jordan.
And how are you feeling? We have a pretty exciting chip today, but before we get into that, our chip fun fact today is going to be a fun fact about your hosts. Mm-hmm. One thing so we both love chips, obviously. We've dedicated arguably our lives to chips. But one of the most fundamental questions about chips, we differ on.
Yep.
So when it comes to potato chips and corn chips, which one is better? We have different ideas and we have different preferences. So why don't you share between the two, what is your favorite type of chip and why?
Yeah, I mean, we have someone who believes the right thing and then someone who believes the wrong thing. But
I couldn't agree more. Absolutely.
But yeah, potato chip or corn chip. Potato chips.
Okay, why?
Potato chips are better. So I'll frame this a little bit and put corn chips in the spotlight, but I think many corn chips, are nothing without a dip.
Okay.
Or a salsa, or they're a lot less. A lot of my historical oral injuries have been caused by tortilla chips stabbing me in the gum.
Okay.
Specifically Tostitos.
Yeah.
I think it seems like a positive, but I view it as a negative that there are so many corn chips that are two things here. So many corn chips that they can't decide on their shape or form that they want to take.
Okay.
There's no sort of consistency. I concede that like potato chips have, a similar thing can be said about potato chips, but the inconsistency and often, especially I'm thinking of like Fritos corn chip. Fritos are corn chip, right?
Fritos is corn chip.
Way too salty. They go hard on the salt. I guess that's more of a manufacturer issue, but I associate that with corn chips.
Okay. So it's funny that you, when you made your argument, you basically just attacked corn chips. You didn't say anything positive about potato chips.
It was a little bit ad hominem.
Now, let me start by saying it's not that I don't like potato chips, but I think corn chips, they have something going for them. I think that, one of the reasons why I've said this in the other episodes, I don't like regular flavored chips is because it's just too greasy and there's nothing to kind of match the oil. I do feel like potato chips, they're just naturally oilier. They kind of hide behind the oil as opposed to producing its own unique flavors. Okay. Corn chips, on the other hand, I feel like they let the flavor speak for themselves. And honestly, if Doritos didn't exist, I probably wouldn't be on the side. But Doritos are, man, I've heard a lot of things about why we shouldn't eat Doritos, the negative sides, the potential toxins. Fun fact, when I go camping, I don't bring fire starters. I usually just bring a bag of Doritos because they burn for so long. I'm not kidding. One chip can burn for about 4 minutes.
I've never tried this.
Now, should I be putting that in my body? I don't know yet. But what I would say is, man, Doritos taste great.
Yeah.
The flavor and how it combines with the corn chip is beautiful. I also am a big fan of Sun chips, which I don't think you are, right? Like, or are you? Do you like? I think Sun chips are.
Depends on the flavor for me.
I think similar to Miss Vicky's,
Yes.
I always thought Sun chips were just more expensive because just they were like a luxury item. So I'm a big fan of corn chips. I do agree. You know the shape, like you can't make it in the shape of a corn. But man, they have so many things going for them. The main factor for me though is that potato chips generally are too greasy for me.
Okay.
And I think that the grease gets in the way of the flavor, which I know is a hot take. I think a lot of people like chips because they're greasy, but honestly, I think it's a cop out. It's kind of like this thing where it's like, oh, if you just deep fry anything, it'll taste good. It's not wrong, but it's not necessarily.
Depends on the oil too.
Yeah,
Oil
yeah,
being
and I do
deep-fried.
think corn chips are deep fried as well. It's just, are they deep fried? I don't know.
Maybe.
If they are, they don't taste deep fried. They taste
don't.
baked.
They don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They are far less free of doing this because when you hold a corn chip, it doesn't leave the same grease. I think so you say Doritos, but I think Doritos are just trying to be a potato chip.
get it. Okay, explain.
You look at other corn chips and like you said, like I agree they stand well on their own, but everything about the Doritos brand, like there's no, have you ever had just a pure Doritos corn chip with no flavor? I don't know how.
But you don't need to. Here's the thing about Doritos: is Doritos were the first to do it, and probably the best to do it, to not hide behind like we are a bold chip, and there is nothing more in your face flavor than Doritos. Even though we talked about the all dressed Doritos and they weren't great, but you can't say that they didn't swing for the fences. They always go for it. And to me, that's what Doritos have perfected the chip. Arguably, and this is me showing my cards. We're not even talking about Doritos here, but arguably Doritos are it's the best brand of chip for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That might need to bleed into another episode.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let us know what you think in the comments. So today we have. I'm looking at the back right now.
Oh yeah.
What they call a premium potato chip.
Okay.
From Torres Selecta. And the flavor is sparkling wine flavored potato chips. I've never had anything remotely close to this kind of flavor before.
Generally,
chip-wise.
Generally, I would say if there's a flavor of a chip, I can kind of ballpark it. I have no idea what this is going to taste like.
Yeah.
Like,
is it going to be sweet? Is it going to be drier? Is it going to I don't know.
I would assume drier,
Or
but
tartar?
tart.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna. I think, I don't even know. Like I think we'll go into the bag. What I would say is it looks premium. Is that what it said? Premium.
Premium.
It looks premium. I think it looks elegant. I don't know if you can make potato chips look any more elegant than just showing the whole potato. I like,
and just straight up a bottle, and the champagne bottle also has their brand name on it. Torres on there, which is pretty. That's a nice touch. That's a nice. This is a chip that was imported from Spain, so it's a Spain brand.
I don't know if I've seen a ton of white bags of chips. I think it is a bold move. Just because it's like, I think generally you associate chips to being this like fun snack. The white adds this element of like cleanness and this elegance that you don't normally want in a chip. The only other one I can think of that's white is Cape Cod.
Okay.
But they have the whole lighthouse, and
that's a greasy chip.
That is a very greasy chip.
Gosh.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think the white bag is bold. I think eating the chip will help me figure out if the white was a good call or not.
Yeah. And you mentioned grease in our mini debate earlier.
Yeah.
So like alcohol, wine or champagne, for example, like very good at cutting through
Yes.
grease if you want to like cleanse your palate. So I wonder if this is going to be both at the same time, which will kind of be weird. Or maybe this is a chip that, you know, we should have probably paired with a glass of bubbly. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
We'll see.
I think this chip is the bubbly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wouldn't that be interesting? If we get like
The carbonation a little?
that would be nuts.
That would be great.
I will say this chip was given to us by a fan of the show, so shout out Stephanie.
Let's dig in.
Cool.
Let's see.
Oh, dude, look at that.
What?
There's like, it says scissors here,
Oh.
but there's also a tear.
Wow,
But
okay.
there's, so like, I don't know what the bag is kind of telling us to do. My bad. I just saw
Oh,
it now.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was a bit
So,
confusing, but
okay, well, I think we should do what they're asking us to do. So we'll do the tear.
yeah.
I don't particularly like eating chips like this. I like to get my whole hand in, and I like to look around, but we'll do this just because this is what they want us to do. Okay.
By design.
Yeah. Okay, we'll rip that little tab off.
Yeah.
But I can't get it like this. I gotta.
No, you gotta
All right.
open it up.
You know what? Wow. I smell that. That smells like
Whoa.
wine.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I wasn't expecting it to smell like that.
That
a
either
weird thing to
smells
smell in a
like
chip.
wine or paint thinner. It's one of the two. It's good or not good.
It does have like a little bit of a sweet scent to it,
Yeah.
which I think is the only thing, like that hint of sweetness is the only thing kind of like
But a little chemically.
keeping it from the
Yeah.
paint thinner. But yeah, I see what you mean. I mean, it's a tough flavor to capture, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
Do we? Yeah, let's dig in.
yeah. All right. Let's see.
They look like kind of like lays in appearance, but a little bit thicker, maybe.
Yeah. The more I smell it, the more it smells chemically.
Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. Whoa. Okay. I haven't decided if I like it yet, but it does taste like wine. Yes. And that is bonus points just for nailing the flavor. Honestly.
Do you get a little bit of that fizz? Like there's something.
Yep.
Whoa.
It
Yeah.
tastes... Yeah, it has...
Tastes
like
better than it smells.
Yes. It has like a fizzy grape sort of feel to it. There is a sweetness. It's almost closer to... Yeah, sparkling wine, it does have like a champagne feel to it.
Yeah.
Because it is very sweet. I don't know. Wow, it's quite interesting.
I want to actually see like if I can find the English ingredients. Potatoes, sunflower oil, sparkling wine flavoring, 6%. Popping candy,
Oh,
1%.
okay.
And flavor enhancer, very vague.
Flavor enhancer.
Flavor enhancer. But that's so popping candy. I guess like I'm thinking like Pop Rocks, like a dusting of Pop Rocks.
Oh.
That's the only popping candy I know.
Yeah, I don't... Or everything that is a popping candy is probably a variation of Pop Rocks.
Yeah. That first, like as soon as the chip just comes into contact with your tongue, it's like heavy grape,
Yeah.
like heavy hint of grape, if that makes sense. I don't know if you can have like a heavy hint of something. It's not like
heavy hint.
overpowering, but like you really, it's noticeable. But I
Yeah.
think it's noticeable because it's so different for a chip flavor.
Right. So I guess, would
good.
you munch this or punch this?
I would munch this. I don't know if I could munch a whole bag in one sitting. But I'd throw a bowl. I might even pour myself a glass of white wine with this.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Might even do that. I'd munch it. What would I rate it? It's not in the fours. It's not in the fours. It's just, I think it's a little bit too out there, but I'd give it like a high three. Like, I'd give it a 3.9.
3.9, okay.
I'd give it a 3.9 because they nail, like from the packaging to the flavor, they nail the flavor.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is very tough to do. There's a lot of chips that say on the bag they're doing one thing, but they completely miss the mark.
Yeah.
But they nail it. So good on Torres for capturing sparkling wine in a chip. But
Yeah.
it's a 3.9 for me. How about you, dude?
So this is a confusing one for me because what I would say is I don't know if I would eat this again. But I respect the hell out of it. So because of that alone, I'm giving it a munch.
Nice.
I'm gonna give it a 3.5. I feel like it is. I'm so impressed with the way that they got the flavor.
Yeah.
Like I said, the bag it was the bag true to the premiumness of it. I think it's premium. Honestly, if I got these chips if I went to like a fine dining experience and got these chips as a side beside like a filet mignon or something, I would be like, wow, the chef in there is like has some innovative and creative mind.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if there's enough for me to kind of like eat this on the regular. But I respect it so much.
Yeah.
So much that I'd give it a 3.5.
In terms of like, might not do a bag on my own.
Yeah.
But I would totally love to share this with other people.
Yeah. It's a share. It's a share. It's an experience. But it's like a one-time. Great. That tastes awesome. That's so cool how they nailed that flavor.
Might not do it again.
I don't need it a second time.
Yeah.
But that's me. I'm also not a big wine drinker in general, so it doesn't satisfy a craving that I have. But
Well, that's Torres sparkling wine flavored chips. If you like the episode, give us a like, give us a subscribe, leave a 6-star review, comment. Let us know what other chips you would like. This bag was gifted to us, so if you too want to gift us, let us know. Email in description. Reach us out. Reach. Can't talk. Reach out on Instagram. But yeah,
and may your casual snacking lead to lifelong friendship goals. We'll see you on the block.